everyone, welcome to another video from our Rooms of Wonder clothing series. I have been just pondering what colour to do this t-shirt. I've decided that I'm going to do it in red, like the main part of the t-shirt in red, but I think it will be a lot easier to actually do the detailing, you know, the little triangles and things first and then do our red after. I thought we would use quite dark sort of primaries really, so I'm thinking we have done a red, green, blue and yellow before, but I'm thinking similar to that. I'm not going to do yellow, but I might do green and blue, although I've got green, I've got a lot of blue, but anyway I'm going to grab a green and just do a bit of green. This is the Castle Green Deep. I'm just going to give it a sharpen. There we go. And I'm just going to do all of the little triangles in this Castle Green Deep, and then we can move on from there really. This is quite a vibrant colour, which I think will work quite well because it will stand out with the red. I'm trying to decide whether to do this zigzag, can't say it, in a different colour, and the cuffs and collar, can't speak, help whether to do those in a different colour or continue with my green, but I think I might switch it up. I was thinking of blue. Got a lot of blue going on. We've got blue here and blue here and here, so maybe we're a bit blued out, but yellow is a tricky colour. We could do brown, we could do a orangey colour. Let's do this colour I rarely use, Chinese orange. I'm going to try it, see how it works. It might look a bit too red because it is quite close, isn't it? But if it does, I might go over it with something else at the end. We'll just see how it all pans out. I'm going to fade that towards the middle to try and give the sleeve a bit of shape. Same here, more layers on the edges and less in the middle. It just helps to shape it. Now red, I'm going to use the palest red. I think the palest red we have is the Venetian red. So I'm going to use that first. Again, it needs sharpening. Everything needs sharpening today. Oh, I haven't done the collar either. I'm in too much of a rush. Let's slow down. Let's go back to our Chinese orange. Just do the collar. Again, I think I shall fade it a little bit towards the middle. There we go. We may have to make these a little bit browner so it stands out from the red. So back to our Venetian red, and this time we can actually get going. I'm going to put, I've got a lot of bits on my page. I'm going to put a light layer of the red over the whole of the t-shirt and then see how it sits, if that makes any sense. It does to me. It's lucky that it does to me. It doesn't always, but it does today. Yes, I've been sending my son, I sent my son a funny this morning, and I knew he would understand it, but he doesn't. He tells me that it's mum jokes or dad jokes or, you know, middle-aged person jokes, and yeah, but it referred to chess. Now he likes playing chess and watching chess YouTube videos. I can't remember what the joke was, I'm afraid. It was something about knights. No, don't know. Anyway, I knew that he wouldn't like it, but I sent it him anyway because I like to be annoying. One day I'll send him a joke and he'll laugh. One day is my aim. But I knew that one wouldn't. But anyway, it's Monday. It's got to have a look. I've got to make an effort. Okay, so that's quite scruffy. That's fine. That's just my starting place, and I'm going to now think a little bit about where I want a darker colour. So as I have with the other clothing, darker on the edge, so layer it up and down a little bit and then just bring it forward, and here layer it up and down and then just bring it forward, and then you have slightly darker edges, and hopefully you can see that it looks a little more rounded. We're going to do the same on this side, so up and down on the edge, just a little bit in, up and down on the edge, a little bit in, and then we can do the same here. There we go. And now we're going to do the same with the main t-shirt. We have to think about, we know we want it darker here, but what about here? And I'm thinking it's a little tricky, but I'm going to make it dark all the way down here and then gently bring that in a little bit. And while I'm doing this, I can tidy up my messy colouring as well. I can see that that Chinese orange isn't standing out as much as it may have done, but I think it's holding its own at the moment. So that's fine. Now, the beauty with colouring is that you can do whatever you like. So if you felt that this suddenly, you're like, oh, I don't like that colour, I want to change it up, but it's quite dark. What can I do? Well, you do have options. You can go over it in pen. A acrylic paint pen like a Posca. There are other brands too that are cheaper. Or a gel pen. That would cover it up. Put a stripe in gold. You know, have a really outlandish, fun top that's got this sort of gold stripe on it. You know, you could always go over the triangles in it as well, or in silver to make it match in. You know, so no mistake is irreparable. Well, that's not true. If you colour so hard you make a hole in your paper, it becomes very tricky. Luckily, I've never done that, but I know people have, and yeah, that's tricky. Okay, so we've put some shape into our t-shirt or top, whatever it is, but I feel like we need just a little bit of a darker extra colour in some areas. Sorry, I just had to grab my hanky. So I'm just thinking about, rather than going for a darker red, we could, I argued myself into this. This is the Spice Red, is now called, or Indian Red if you've got an older set like me. And I'm just going to use it really gently on the very edges, just to emphasize it just a little more. Now, this isn't necessarily going to make a humongous difference, but I like to sometimes, if I feel like I've got the time, just add that extra little detail to it, and it can just make a bit of difference. I'm also going to add this under this bit here. It might make it look like it's sort of raised a little bit from the t-shirt, like that's a bit of shadow. May not. It might not make any difference. I think it's because it's so similar to that colour, and we could put a bit under here as well, but again, I'm not convinced it's going to make that much difference, but it's fun. There we go. You could put them, I'm going to leave the triangles to look more flat, but you could put it under the triangles as well. I am just going to grab my Venetian red and tidy up a little more. I feel like some of these bits are a little bit too messy. Now you can either do this with your same colour, or you could use a blending pencil to help you just tidy up a little bit. I prefer to use the actual pencil, because I think once you start blending something, it feels like you have to do all of it, because it gives it a different look. So I'm just going to use this pencil instead. Oh, I feel so hungry. Gosh, it's 10:30. A little bit early to feel hungry, isn't it? I don't know, I feel hungry. I had a big breakfast. Anyways, I'll pretend I didn't notice. there. I'm going to leave it there. You could keep fiddling and faddling forever if you want to, but I think that's quite enough. So a little short one again today, but that's okay. I had fun. Now I've got a pair of shorts to do tomorrow, which is interesting. I've got to have a think. They look like denim. I attempted denim here. It didn't look, excuse me, like denim at all. So I'm going to try something completely different for the shorts tomorrow. So that'll be fun. I don't know what. We'll find out tomorrow. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.